Well, finding any sort of life balance with a young bub in the family is pretty tricky, but once you throw work into the equation, it's enough to leave anyone swamped.
But what if instead of going back to work, you started your own business from home? Well, Pink Lily creator Sasha Griffin and eBay power seller Donna Kelly did just that, and they join us now. Morning to you both.
Good morning.
Sasha, we'll start with you. How did you get started?
It was amazing. I just wanted to start a glamorous mail order company, and I knew I'd be able to run that from home, and that's how it all began.
So what did you do?
Wanted to have a product that was very easy to send out via mail order. Created the clear shoe box to store your shoes. Women love shoes everywhere, but they just weren't able to store them properly.
Was there anything like this around before you came up with the idea?
Overseas there were some similar products, but I then got my own, and they're out now, actually made in Australia, all of my boxes.
And it was pretty much a runaway success, wasn't it?
It was,
your first year.
From the very beginning, it has been really, really successful.
Give us a bit of an idea.
Oh, well, look, there's probably...
Sky,
people are fascinated. Come on, tell us.
No. Thousands of boxes get sold every week.
But that equates to, in your first year, I mean, you were up near the $1 million mark,
It certainly was,
you?
yeah. It's been very, very successful from the beginning, yeah.
So the reason you've been so successful is you had just a simple idea, a good product that obviously struck a chord with people, and you followed it through.
Very, very simple idea, and it solves a problem. It just creates so much space in your wardrobe, and you're able to see your shoes.
Donna, tell us your story, because at the time, when you got started, you had 3 young children, so you needed to work from home. You wanted to put them through private school. Tell us what you did.
Well, it just sort of happened by accident. I bought a couple of things on eBay and I thought I'd have a go at selling some, and then I just looked around for things that weren't being sold on eBay, and everything that I seemed to start selling took off.
Like what?
I started off with novelties. For example, I did a search on eBay for a spud gun about 4 years ago, and a spud gun, like a potato gun that children shoot potato pellets with, and there weren't any sold on eBay Australia. There was a category on eBay called Totally Bizarre, and I just started listing bizarre items in there, and not a day would go past where I wouldn't sell a spud gun. That's just an example of one of the products that I started with. But now I specialise in designer label T-shirts, Australian made, and I also teach eBay.
So it's finding a niche.
Finding a niche, definitely, yep.
And obviously the internet is a huge tool for people who want to work from home.
Yes.
The huge tool.
Yeah, it makes your life so flexible. I have a young daughter, able to pick her up from school every day, wake up each morning, and there's orders from all around the world. It's just incredible, the flexibility that it gives you.
Have you found any downsides, Donna?
It's a little bit addictive. Your computer's there all the time. Sometimes it's a bit hard to get away from it, but it's wonderful to be able to wake up in the morning and know that someone in Canada's been in your store and spent $100, you know, and you're asleep. So there's lots of benefits. And
not arguing with that.
The main one is the children's side of it. I've got 3 children in 3 different schools, and being able to attend their things. And like when they're sick, you want to be able to keep them home and not go off to a high-pressured job and send them off to school when they're not feeling well. You know, you can always go and grab them from school at any time.
The grass is always greener. I'm sure some people would say that it's, you know, it's better to get out of the house and get a new environment.
Well, that's why I teach. I'm actually travelling around the country and teaching eBay as well.
We have a lot of mums watching, and they'll be watching now. Would you have any sort of one bit of advice for them?
Absolutely. They have to be passionate about what they want to do. It's no point going and thinking that you'd like to sell something that you're not really into. You have to be very, very passionate, very committed, and work very, very hard. They're long days.
We have a lot of dads watching too. What advice?
I think one thing to think about is profit is very important. Just because something sells, you've really got to analyse your figures correctly as well. Because at the end of the day, I mean, for example, one of my students, she runs buying trips to China, so she's taken other students of mine on buying trips to China. And when you buy something in China for $2, you can sell it for $20. It's a huge markup. Whereas if you're buying from wholesalers in Australia, you might only be making 100% markup.
You've got to get it right, though, don't you? It's a spectacular way to come unstuck if you get the dot in the wrong place.
Yes, I think. Yeah, looking for a unique product. Like one of my students on Saturday, I won't tell you the product, but she's got an idea. She's going to go to China. She's going to get this product manufactured and then bring it into Australia. You just got to think outside the sphere a bit.
How do you get started? What would be your simple advice finally on how to get cracking?
You have to do an enormous amount of research. You need to get out there on the web and have a look what's around. Read lots and lots of books. I read lots of books on marketing and how to get my brand out there, and it's all about the research and the attention to detail. When that person receives a delivery from you, it has to be immaculate so that they refer their friends, and then that's how the business builds.
And I guess having a plan. Although I mentioned China earlier, my plan is to sell everything Australian made, so I try very hard to have things Australian made. Next month I'm taking on a brand of Australian made makeup, which I'm hoping will do well. So yeah,
that was going to be my next question. Do you find you're lying in bed at night thinking of new ideas all the time?
Absolutely. Anywhere that I am, I'm always thinking of ideas. It just doesn't stop.
Well, congratulations, ladies, and
for you
thank
both.
you very much. Got the old brain cells ticking over.
I'm sure you've inspired a lot of people, so thank you.
Listen, speaking of working mums, we've got live pictures from Los Angeles of Britney Spears arriving at the courthouse. Britney is a mum who wants to spend a lot more time with the kids, and that's why she is at the LA County Court there, downtown Los Angeles. We've been following this throughout the morning. It's an ongoing saga, the whole Britney thing. There is the county courthouse where she was expected at 9:30 local time, which is about 3.5 hours ago. So she's finally turned up. Richard Reed is on standby. We'll be crossing to him shortly.
Those live pictures of the car, it's bringing back all those memories of the O.J. Simpson chase, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, thanks, Dickie. Up next, Dating in 08, your online guide to finding love.